Right on. Hey, let there be sound. Welcome, everybody, to our 2025 Summer Roosevelt High School Band Concert. Final band concert of the year. So excited to start this evening off. My name is Miss Hannah Morey. I'm the Director of Bands here at Roosevelt High School. And I would love to introduce to you one of our incredible seniors. This will be her last time doing this, which I'm so sad about. But we have an incredible student who's here to read the land acknowledgement, so please give a warm welcome to the one and only Benedictine Squires.
We would like to begin by acknowledging that we are on the ancestral homelands of the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish, Suquamish, Muckleshoot, and many other Puget Salish people. We would like to express our respect and gratitude for our Indigenous neighbors for their enduring care and protection of our shared, stolen waterways and land. We recognize that this acknowledgement alone is not enough. We encourage you to donate directly to causes that support Indigenous people, such as realrentduwamish.org. It is imperative that we understand that these are real living people participating in society today. They are no distant in time or space, so actionable steps to support Native Americans should be priority. Thank you.
All right, we have an incredible night of music in store for you all. This is one of my favorite concerts that we do a year because everyone in the audience is so familiar with a lot of the music that we play, and it's just gonna be a total blast. Also, these students have been working hard in band all year, and this is like, it feels like a celebration of all their hard work, like they're cumulative, how much better they are from when we started this year, so I'm super excited. I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys tuned, and then I will introduce them and their first conductor, and we'll get started. Welcome, thanks so much for being here, everybody. Alrighty, and I'm going to bring up our first conductor of the evening, who I'm so proud of and so excited for you guys to see again. If you didn't know, this wonderful group of students behind me is our concert band, which means that they are all 9th graders behind me, and they've done incredible work, and I have the support this year helping coach these amazing young students with one of my teacher assistants. And they've been just incredible, helping do pullouts and working with individual sections or individual students and just helping teach the music with me. So without further ado, please give a warm welcome to the amazing Milo Nelson, who is going to conduct our first piece. And I would also like to bring up our first student introducers. So Zoe Field and Ella Wabrock are gonna come and tell you about our first piece.
Okay, our first song is from the movie Life of Brian by the group Monty Python.
You'll see it's all a show. Keep them laughing as you go.
Anyways, they made the movie in 1979 and had no idea the song would be such a big hit.
You know what rhymes with hit? Life's a piece of...
Zoe, stop. You're really bad at this.
Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And feel free to sing along. Right on, such a fun one. All right, the next piece that we're gonna play, I am so excited to have the student introduce it. This piece is a soundtrack from a video game, and I have one of the amazing students in this band came up to me as we were deciding what we were gonna play for our final concert of the year, and he said, hey, there's this song and this soundtrack that I really like, and I would really like to arrange it for concert band. And if I arrange it, can we play it in class? And I was like, yeah, we can play it in class. That's amazing. And the arrangement is really cool. So we're gonna perform it for you. And it's really exciting. I'm gonna have the student talk a little bit about it. So please give a warm welcome to the student arranger and announcer of this piece, Noah Sebi. Wait, it's Noah Sebek. Sorry, I said his last name wrong. Okay.
I'm shaking. I'm very nervous. But whatever, some background information. Last year, about spring 2024, about a year ago, I went to a concert at Skyline High School. Go Spartans! Yeah! Let's go! So at that concert, it was my cousin's concert, they played a song called What Planet Is This? Which their director claimed that he said that every morning when he read the news. So, just saying. Well, this song was so good. It was my favorite one at that concert. So I decided, what if I did that? That would be a perfect start for the freshman year into high school. So I just started. But I started and I realized, wow, this is actually hard. But I took some baby steps, and with some help, including Theo Concordia, yes, he gave me a lot of encouragement and just kept giving me tips on how to write it better. So I basically gave him like a super hard solo along with Annika. Yeah. Another thing I would like to say is thank you to Harrison Donnelly. Harrison Donnelly, stand up. Let's go, Harrison. And so he helped with the percussion part, which we kind of just came up with some instruments. They didn't have time to play it in class, so we'll just play the wind part. But yeah, he was the one in the concert that I went to. And finally, the most important person who helped me, who just made it everything possible to play this piece, Miss Maury. And Alex Chidiak here, he said something very important that I very much agreed with at the band awards recently. He said that she might be the goat of goats. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm Noah Seventh, and this is Daughter of Hellness. Oh yeah, and I just played harmonica for that last piece.
have students play their own arrangements of stuff. I think it's awesome. I am now going to invite a very, very important person to the stage, another conductor. You're going to see a few different conductors tonight. You know, everybody eats. It's fun, more fun when we share. Yeah. So the next person I'm going to bring out is someone who's been hanging out with the Roosevelt Band program for the last 3 months, and she has made a huge difference and positive impact on the students and on the program, on the cleanliness of the band room and of our office, and just a general positive impact on us as people. So I want to give a big warm welcome to the one and only, my student teacher, Miss Arciniega. And while she's coming up onto the stage here, I have to brag a little bit about Miss A, because if you have ever, any teachers out there? Any teachers? Okay, well, if you had to student teach in the spring, like she does, or she's had to, it's really hard to also student teach and try to get hired. It's like a full-time job having to do your student teaching and getting a job. And she's been having to navigate both those things, and today she just got her first offer. Those kids are so lucky. All right, and she is going to conduct our next piece. And no student introduction on this piece, but if you know the Spy TV show, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., you'll recognize some of the music from that. So here it is, Man from U.N.C.L.E., under the direction of Miss Kayla Arciniega. All right. And this ensemble has one more piece for you, and it is a really fun one. If you didn't know, in this part of the year, this part of the concert cycle, I let the students have some input on which pieces that they want to play. Because I think it's fun. It's like a fun concert, and sometimes they have really good ideas, actually. So this group, one of the things that they really wanted to do was play Star Wars, and no shade to Mr. E, especially if he's here, but they were like, Mr. E didn't let us play Star Wars, and we really want to play Star Wars. I'm like, okay. No shade, I'm sure he had his reasons. Mr. E is one of the best middle school teachers of all time, so I trust him, I trust him. Anyway, I'm not, so I said, let's play Star Wars. So this is Star Wars The Force Awakens, and it's so fun. I've loved teaching these incredible students behind me. Thank you so much. This is our final piece with the Roosevelt Concert Band, Star Wars The Force Awakens.